Hello, my name is Daniel Scuria-Herman, and today I'll be checking out 4 reasons why the universe isolates you in your spiritual journey. Now, I should preface this isn't Ren. I know that people won't necessarily be interested in this, but the suggestion comes to us from Ravenous Catalyst. It's been a little bit since I've taken a suggestion from Ravenous Catalyst, friend of the channel, but I thought that this video has been on this playlist for a while that I've been suggested to watch, and it's been catching my eye, but I sort of haven't known how to go about it. I need to preface, I'm not going at this from a religious perspective. I am definitely not the most religious person, nor do I think that this necessarily has to be religious. I obviously haven't seen it yet, so I don't know what the connotations are, but I'm just interested in what this is going to be, because I have no idea, no expectations, or no founded expectations at least. So I don't know what I'm getting into, and I don't know how much commentary I'm going to be able to provide, but I thought that it's about time that I finally got around to checking this out, so that's what I'm going to do.
At times in life, you may feel isolated or alone.
Yeah.
Like you've been set apart.
Oh, also, I forgot to do that introduction. I was going to say, if you've been following the channel, you know that I am very isolated and alone recently. I wouldn't even know if it's... Well, I would know if, but I don't believe that it's just recently. I think it's my whole life. I think this is a commonality. I've been thinking about this recently. I do think that this is just how my entire life has gone, alone and isolated. I just don't think that I've been, someone's person. You know what I mean? And even less than that, because people take for granted the people that they have. I have no one. I can recount not a single person that I am close to. And I do believe that part of that is my fault, because I'm not the best person to be around, but I also think that part of it is unavoidable, and it's just, maybe it's the universe isolating me. So that's another reason why I wanted to check this out.
From everyone and everything. It's easy to let these feelings pull you into a spiral of despair. But what if the universe isolates you for good reasons?
Oh?
What if those seemingly lonely and disconnected moments are opportunities in disguise? Let's explore 4 reasons why the universe might be putting you in a time out, and the life-changing lessons you can gather from each experience.
Okay.
To learn to love your own company. Feeling
I said in the last reaction video I did that I hate myself, so maybe that's not working for me. I think the more time I spend by myself, with myself, I just hate myself more. I don't think that that's helping. So to that point, I don't know. I also will say, with anything that happens in life comes experience. The more things you experience, the more things that you have experience with. So I'm not disagreeing there. I do think that it'll be interesting to hear the experience that I'm supposed to have from the things that I've already lived through, because that's sort of what I'm feeling like this is supposed to be.
Being lonely is a tough emotion to grapple with.
It really is. It hurts a lot.
It's also an emotion that brings forth an opportunity.
Does it?
In this period of solitude, the universe is nudging you, sometimes rather forcefully, to embrace your own company. It might sound a bit cliché, but the best friendship you'll ever cultivate is the one with yourself.
I guess I see where that's coming from. I guess. It's really hard to say. I think that... I don't know. I haven't really ever had a friend. I noticed this as a common trend in my life, but I don't really have a friend, any friend, and the concept of friendship is elusive just because I've lived now 21 years of my life friendless. And I guess 21 years of my life friendless, and on my 21st year, I still haven't learned to love myself. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think I'm a likable person. Now, I know that, like, because every time I say that, I do get comments that are like, no, you're likable. You wouldn't be able to stand me in real life. You wouldn't be able to stand me in real life. And also, this is a very catered version of me that you're getting through this camera. But yeah, I don't know if I agree with this one. Honestly, I know it's the first point. I know I'm only, like, I'm barely even, not even technically, a minute in. But I don't know if I agree with this. I think that, yeah, I'm lonely. Yeah, I've been lonely. I don't think the lesson here is I should just love myself. I still think I need friends outside myself, even if I don't have friends within myself.
When you're alone, there are no distractions, no external...
That's not true. There are, I think, even more distractions when you're alone because of what's around you. I think this video might be looking at it from, like, it's called, the channel is called Wisdom Nuggets. I think it's looking at it from more classic, you know, traditional perspective. But in the age of the internet, I think you have so many more distractions when you are by yourself than with others, because others can keep you on track.
External voices or perspectives to muddy your own inner voice.
Again, I don't think that external voices are bad. I think external voices are good because of variance in opinion and perspective cultivates creativity. I think, and that's why I am kind of worried about my graduation, because I feel like it's going to hurt my writing, because I do need these other perspectives on it. Disconnecting myself from humanity and from a source of it and from active feedback of it, I think is going to worsen my retelling of it. I'm a writer, if that wasn't obvious.
In solitude, you can hear yourself more clearly. You start to ask...
I don't know if that's a good thing either. I don't know if I want to hear myself. I don't have good things to say to myself.
Who am I when nobody's looking? What do I really like? What are my dreams, fears, and hopes? You'll find these answers within yourself, not from your friends' advice or social media likes.
I mean, okay, the video is already stating, like, oh, don't listen to your friends, you should listen to yourself and your heart. I think the video is coming at this from a perspective already assuming you have friends. And I think that, I don't know, because in a lot of these situations, I have to hear all these people talk about how they're lonely, and then, you know, they'll say like, oh, I'm so lonely because this happened, so I went to go stay with my friend Anna for a week. You have a friend named Anna. You already broke what you said in the first half of the sentence. If you're lonely, you don't have a friend named Anna. If you're lonely, you don't have someone to turn to. Whenever I hear someone talking about solitude or this absence of presence, there's always another person. I don't have anybody. And I think that that's what this video is failing. I'm only barely even a minute and a half in. But I feel like this video is failing to grasp the full perspective of loneliness. Because sure, you talk to someone on the street, maybe. They bump into you and you say sorry, and that's the only word you say that day. That's loneliness. Loneliness isn't, oh, 5 people texted me instead of 6. And I think that the loneliness this video is talking about is much more the latter than the former. I don't know if this is really true loneliness.
This is your golden opportunity to really get to know yourself. The more comfortable you become with who you are, the less you'll need external validation.
That's stressful. I'm sorry, that's stressful. I know he's doing the whole... I assume this is supposed to be the Christ pose, but this is just stressful.
That's a gift that will enrich your life forever. When we're constantly surrounded by other people, it's easy to adopt their viewpoints, their habits, and even their dreams. We often morph into what others want or expect us to be.
Yeah.
But when you're alone, it's like the universe is giving you a blank canvas and saying, paint your own picture.
I guess.
Take this time to evaluate what beliefs you truly hold. Examine the truths you've learned.
I think that that's actually good advice. I think the rest of it, I think, is very contextual. I think that, generally, I think there is good to be gained from others, but I do think that you should decide on your own opinions and beliefs yourself.
And to truly take care of your own well-being. Learning independence is like a course in self-empowerment. When you can trust yourself to navigate life's complexities, a newfound sense of freedom emerges. You're no longer bound by the need for someone else to complete you or to solve your problems. The universe isn't isolating you to make you a loner. It's preparing you for a love that's more enriching, friendships that are more fulfilling, and familial bonds that are unbreakable. When you're comfortable and secure in your own skin, your relationships transform. You attract people who complement your life rather than complicate it.
See, this is the thing that I fundamentally disagree with here. The idea that, oh, if you work on yourself and you isolate yourself and stay in that isolation, the people will just come to you. I can guarantee that's not how it works. I know that's not exactly what the video is saying, which I do at the preface because I know that if there's any fans of this channel that come to this video, they might like immediately, be offended by my perspective on that. But yeah, I don't think that that's quite accurate. At least in my opinion. In my experience, it's a sort of experience where like, oh yeah, if ever everybody hates me, then I'll just stop talking to them, and then people will be happy to have you stop talking. It's not really, oh, I wish we could have talked to him more. It's, oh good, he shut up. Or, oh, I never noticed him in the first place. I don't really think that there's someone for everyone like this video is implying. I do think part of what you have to do is work on yourself and make yourself more appealing, which I am unable to do.
Solitude isn't a punishment. It's your own personal growth incubator. It's a period that propels you towards a more enlightened self, who knows their worth and can bring their whole self into relationships. This is how you achieve not just love, but a connection that's both genuine and deep. To prepare you for more meaningful connections. It's easy to get complacent in relationships when you're always surrounded by people.
Oh, this is a new one.
When social
Okay. I'm starting to feel like this video is constructed in a way that's like you're trying to reach a word count on an essay. Because the first chapter, as you can see here, there's an introduction, feeling lonely, and then this chapter is being alone. The next one is divine initiation and invitation. That's crazy. But this chapter, I didn't even realize at first that it was a new one. It's the kind of the same one, and it's the same length as the first one. I'm gonna watch like a minute of this and then I might skip ahead because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I already talked for a while.
Interactions are abundant, you might not truly value the gift of a good relationship.
Yeah, you take it for
But when
granted.
you've been on your own, hungry for authentic connection,
Yeah.
your perspective shifts dramatically.
Does it?
When you finally find someone who resonates with your soul after a period of isolation, you won't just appreciate them, you'll cherish them.
You see, the problem with that is assuming that you're going to find someone. And that's what I keep running into this video. It's going from a place of like social privilege of, oh, you'll find someone, it'll just take time. That's not necessarily true. You can't expect people to just come to you. And I guess the next one we're going to look at divine invitation. I don't know if you can expect a divinity to intercede on your behalf. This is my perspective. I don't believe a deific figure. I'm keeping it vague because I don't want to alienate anybody. I think that all religions are fine. If you believe that a deific figure, I don't believe that a deific figure intercedes, at least for the most part, on human affairs. I do not think that that's the case. I think that we on Earth are isolated from divine intervention. I think that what comes after comes after, but what is here is here. I don't think you can rely on God to help your life, to fix your life.
You'll recognize the precious nature of human connection and will be less likely to take it for granted. This heightened appreciation makes you a more attentive, considerate, and loving partner or friend.
I mean, I would hope that I am, but due to a lack of experience and a lack of someone just showing up and saying, hey, I want to be your friend, I don't think that's the case. I just don't. It might work for some people. I don't think that this is exactly true for me. Since this is the same thing of the previous chapter and it's kind of rehashed information, I'm gonna check this out for a little bit more, and then I'm gonna skip ahead to halfway through the video, just because I want to get more information rather than the same thing over again.
Being alone gives you the wisdom to understand what you will and won't tolerate in your life.
Okay, that's the same message as the previous one. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead. If there was one, like, something big in this chapter, you can let me know.
To deepen your spiritual connection. You might be wondering...
Okay. So deepen your spiritual connection is very different phrasing from divine invitation. So we'll see.
Why the divine God seems to have put you in a timeout, leaving you to navigate the complexities of life on your own. It feels frustrating, even disheartening. But what if this period is actually a divine invitation? The universe may be isolating you, not as an act of abandonment, but as an invitation to deepen your spiritual connection. When you're alone, stripped of distractions and external influences, you find yourself standing at the threshold of the divine. In the quietude, you begin...
Quietude, is that actually a word? I think that is cliche. He said that the first one was cliche. I do think that this one is a little bit more cliche. It's like in your most trying moment where you feel at your lowest, you find God. I don't know if that's necessarily right. I don't think religion should be used to fall back on when you have nothing else, because I think that goes against the ideals of the religion that you're trying to pursue. I think that it should be there in the good times and in the bad. If you only look to religion in the bad, then I don't think that you're actually using religion to its fullest extent. Personally, in my worst, I think I currently am in the lowest point of my life thus far, and I do feel like I am not really that religious. I think later in life when I'm more stable, I'll look into religion. I don't think it's smart for me to do that now, because I think that putting my self-reliance into a religious system rather than myself is a bad idea. And also, I don't want to turn to that because I feel like it cheapens it if I'm only looking to it for something back for myself. I might skip around on this one just because I feel like this one might be controversial, and I do feel like it repeats itself a bunch, but we'll see. I'll stick around for another minute or so.
Begin to recognize a truth that might have eluded you before. You are never truly alone. The universe, God, or whatever higher power you believe in, is waiting to co-pilot your journey. Have you ever noticed how your solitude encourages you to seek out practices that nourish your soul?
No. No, I haven't noticed that. I don't know. I feel like this has very strong religious messaging. I don't really oppose to it ideologically. I just think that this is not really my perspective on the subject. So I don't know. I'm going to skip forward a little bit because he does repeat himself a bunch in this.
No matter where life takes you, being alone fine-tunes your spiritual connection.
I mean, a lot of this video feels like it's someone who hasn't had to be alone, truly alone, trying to explain to someone else who hasn't been truly alone what being alone is like. It's two people who have no experience in the subject talking to one another. That's what it feels like. And of course, that's my experience. That doesn't have to be your experience. It doesn't have to be anybody's experience. That's just what I'm getting from this. But it is an interesting video. There are some cool thoughts in here that I think the purpose of this video and the purpose of videos like it is not to tell you what to do, but to provoke thought, to make you think. And that's what it is doing. And I would say that that's what my videos are for, but I do hope that I'm not as wrong about the subjects that I cover as this guy is. Not saying that he's wrong, that's just very diametrically opposed to my experiences.
To set you apart to mend your soul's wounds. Life's deep.
Okay, this chapter is healing trauma. I have to say, if you are traumatized and you have PTSD, like someone in this room is, being alone is one of the worst things you can do for yourself and for your trauma. I do not think that helps. I think that professional therapy is far better than being alone. The problem is I ran into some problems with my last therapist after she did something that led to cops being called on me, essentially, which has led me to distrust the therapy I have available, and I am not attending therapy currently. But I think that regardless of my own experience, I do think therapy is still a better position than, oh, just be alone and you'll figure yourself out. Because that is dangerous. Because when people are alone, figuring themselves out, being in despair due to their solitude, that's when they do things to themselves that they can't undo. I don't think that's the solution that you should give to traumatized people.
Deepest wounds, known as traumas, have a way of sticking with you, trailing along as you move through life. If left unattended, these traumas can seep into every layer of your existence, tainting your relationships, goals, and even your self-perception. Recognize this. The universe is no stranger to your struggles. It knows that unresolved trauma can spoil the beautiful life you're meant to live. Sometimes the trauma you're wrestling with isn't just your own. It could be a sorrowful inheritance handed down through generations. At other times, your trauma might be deeply personal, tied to experiences from this life, or maybe even a past one. These forms of pain, be they ancestral, generational, or individual, call for your focused attention. And often, that attention is best given in solitude. When you awaken spiritually, it's like you've been selected, handpicked by the universe, to be the chain breaker in your family. Why you? Why now? Because you're...
This image he keeps going back to, I'm trying to place it, I can't think of it, but I feel like it's reminiscent of some specific figure, but I'm not recognizing. Everything else is just stock footage, but this specifically feels like something that I should be recognizing, and I'm not.
Ready. You have the awareness and the spiritual tools to not only face these traumas, but also to heal them. You're not just stopping the cycle, you're reversing it. You're turning years, perhaps centuries of pain into lessons, and ultimately into wisdom. And for such a monumental task, solitude becomes your sacred workshop. Trust that the universe has a master plan, and your solitude is a crucial chapter in your life story. Believe in this divine arrangement, believe in the process, and most of all, believe in your own capacity to emerge from this season not broken but whole, perhaps for the first time. Your aloneness now is your gift to the future, a healed self, a healed lineage, and a world that desperately needs the light you fought so hard to uncover. This is your moment. Embrace it. Treasure it. And when you come out on the other side, you'll find that you were never really alone. You were in the loving embrace of a universe that believes in your power to heal, love, and transform. If you're still with me, please comment on your experience. I would love to read and learn from you too. May the divine spirit be with you always. Have a wonderful day.
I think that what this video is trying and kind of failing to do is to also secularize God. I think it's trying to say like the universe in place of God in a lot of situations, and then he also just says God. I don't know, a lot of this I feel like just doesn't apply to my experience. I'm not everybody. I feel like that definitely could be very true to other people. I just don't know if this is necessarily good advice, at least all of it. There's definitely some that is good here. I am not gonna watch the Nietzsche video. If you don't know Nietzsche's ideology, even if that doesn't necessarily coincide with his direct perspective on these things, that Nietzsche is one of the formative texts of the Nazi movement. If you know the term the Übermensch, that's Nietzsche. Yeah, that's the quote that I saw that I heard that really stuck with me. This line I'm looking at it saying everything disappeared seemingly overnight, then I reconnected and everyone showed back up. I feel like that is just taking what you have for granted. I don't necessarily think that it's like, oh, everyone is left, I don't even have a home anymore, I'm gone, I'm off on my own. I think that that's just a sort of blind spot. And maybe in being alone, you realized what you already had. I doubt that it's everyone just came back because you found yourself. No offense, Charlotte, but that's just my interpretation of it. And here's another perspective, from Eve's perspective, who, alone on a farm with a bunch of animals, truly alone. At least I assume. Maybe there's someone living on that farm. We don't know. But from what we have from this comment, it seems pretty alone. And that's a choice. That's a specific choice. And she says she's loving it. There's a difference between choosing loneliness and being lonely. Some have loneliness thrust upon them, or some are born lonely. Some achieve loneliness. I respect someone who would choose to be lonely, but that also isn't necessarily a lot of people's experiences. I disagree so much with this line. This is the big line that really got me going. I don't think that you should only focus on the friendship with yourself, because I think that provokes narcissism. Because if you're only focused on being friends with you, I think you become a worse person. I think you should look for friends outside yourself. You shouldn't look for friends inside yourself. I think you should like yourself. You should appreciate your own company, but that you shouldn't find your own company more preferable than others, because that's how you go insane or become egotistical, or both. Yeah, I don't know. I think that this video can be helpful for some people, especially if you don't think about it too deeply. And I think that the message is strong, but personally, I don't think that it's necessarily the right way to go about these concepts. But that's just my opinion. What do you think? Do you believe you're lonely? Or on a reanalysis, do you believe, maybe I'm not so lonely? Maybe I have this one person that I can rely on, my friend Anna, from that example earlier. I changed the name, obviously, but that's a real thing that I heard, and I had to restrain myself because I was like, well, I don't really think you know what loneliness is. Also, I'm not trying to gatekeep loneliness. Anybody could be lonely, but solitude and isolation are different from a fleeting sense of loneliness. And that's what I'm trying to stress. But anyway, let me know if you feel any of that. But that is going to be all for me. So until next time, adieu.